Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing part 2 of What If Naruto Kept the Skull of Ceiling, or chapter 3. This will be covering the Land of Waves, and without further ado, let's begin. Team 7 is heading to the Hokage's office to request, which in Naruto's head meant demand, for a higher rank commission, but surprisingly, when they get inside and Hiruzen sees them, he says, "I already know what you're going to say, and yes, I will give you a higher rank commission." Naruto then says, "Hey, old man, give us a higher rank commission because..." Wait, did you say yes before I asked? Hiruzen would then say, "Yes, Naruto." Hiruzen would then say, "Yes, Naruto. I'll give you a higher rank commission. Based on the showings of your newly found abilities..." He glares at Naruto. Naruto chuckles nervously with his hands behind his back. "Yeah. I thought it'd be fitting for your team to get at least a B rank commission. But since you are merely getting, I can only give you a C rank escort mission." And just then a man looking like he's in his late 40s, early 50s comes into the room. You can tell that he's drunk since he has a bottle in his hands. And he says, "What? I'm going to have a bunch of stupid what escort me? That's some bullcrap." Which is the one word he said that wasn't slurred and that could be heard clearly. "Ah, what? I gotta escort this drunk geezer?" Naruto whines. Sakura is about to slap his head, but then, as he is bringing her hand down, he gets beside her, grabs her arm, and makes her slap herself with the exact same force. Tazuna was thinking that he could feel safer after seeing that act of speed. Naruto continues by saying, "Anyway, like I was saying, old man, do I really have to work with this drunken geezer?" "Yes, Naruto. He is a team's client, so it'd be nice if you didn't call him that and called him his actual name." His actual name. His name is Tazuna, and he is a bridge builder for the Land of Waves. All you have to do is to watch and protect him while building the bridge. All you have to do is watch and protect him while building the bridge. I can't speak today, my goodness. Kakashi, please ignore that voice crack. Anyway, Kakashi enters this time and says, "Yes, Lord Lord. Everyone go pack your necessary materials and we will meet up at the gate in 2 hours. Now, Team 7, dismiss." They all say, "Yes, Sensei." They all left and met up back at the village gates to depart on the road. After a few minutes of walking, Kakashi notices a puddle on the ground, which was strange because it hadn't rained at all within the past few weeks, so there's literally no way for there to be a puddle. Then out of nowhere, two people come out of a puddle and try to kill Kakashi with air quotes around kill. If you hear background noise, sorry, that's my mom in the bathroom. Anyway, but as they try to kill Kakashi with air quotes, Naruto and the wood clone he made in a yellow flash, wink, got beside Kakashi and said, "Water style, aqua mirror." Then a mirror of water appears in front of him, and he slams it down to the ground. And as soon as he is finished doing that, an exact clone of the ninja came out of the mirror and was stalemating it. The ninja couldn't move. Keep in mind, Naruto made a wood clone, went besides Kakashi, did the proper hands used to use the aqua mirrors, had the clone come out of the mirror, and still made the unknown ninja all in the span of 2 seconds. Anyway, as the clones are stalemating them, the clones suddenly burst into water, which quickly turns into water chains that are sucking their attacker at such a rapid rate that the target could barely stand. Then Naruto makes it so that both of the ninja are right next to each other, and teleports behind them, nothing personal, and puts 2 kunai up to their throats and says, "If you don't tell us who you are, I will slice your throats in 10 seconds exactly." He starts pressing the kunai to their necks to show that he isn't joking or scared. Before Naruto even starts counting down, one of them quacks and explains that they're known as the Demon Brothers and that they work for Gato and that more people will be after Tazuna, including Zabuza and Haku. Kakashi then looks over to Tazuna and says, "If they're telling the truth, then this is the most interesting and most dangerous scenic mission I've ever been on, and I was an Anbu." Naruto, you can let me finish the rest. Naruto would nod and let go of the two swords and let Kakashi give defensive blows. Sakura couldn't hold on to our Tarzan. Sasuke and Naruto would look away. Kakashi then asked Tarzan to tell him what their mission really is. Tarzan then tells him about the poverty and the state of the land of waves is, and because of Gato and his mercenaries. Kakashi then sends a messenger dog back to the Leaf to say that the mission had been moved up to at least a high B rank and could be moved up even further than that, but they will stay on the mission. They continue walking, and as they do, they hear a fizzing. They hear a fizzing in the air, and Kakashi yells, "Get down!" Everyone gets down, but Naruto is standing up. The sword is about to slice his head off when Naruto grabs the handle and swings it around. Then Zabuza appears and says, "So, you've taken an interest to my sword, huh? Well, give it back before you get cut." Naruto says, "I'd like to see you try without your big fancy sword." Zabuza then uses the water dragon, which Naruto counters with his own, and as they are colliding with each other, Naruto runs up behind Zabuza and slices right through him. Zabuza has a shocked face, but before the water clone disperses, the real Zabuza tries to kill Tarzan, while Kakashi could briefly have a moment of slight blindness from the water dropping into his eye. But as Zabuza is going to slit Tarzan's throat, Naruto appears in front and punches him in the gut with wood binding around his arm. Zabuza gets launched to a tree, which adds on to the current binding happening to him. Every second, Zabuza gets at least 5% of its chakra drained. Yeah. Zabuza is now trapped in wood only with its head out and the rest of his body being covered. Naruto then teleports to Zabuza with the executioner's blade at his throat. Then Haku tries to pull the Senbon trick, but Naruto uses Silken Cyclone Jutsu to deflect them all, and he then says, "Time to heal him up by aiming at his non-vital organs, huh? Well, nice try, but you failed on that one." Haku then uses his Ice Spike Jutsu to try and break the binding, but a massive fireball is shot out, melting the ice. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, then Kakashi and Sasuke come in front of Naruto, and they say in unison, "Naruto, it's about time you let us handle the mission." Haku then puts the ice mirrors on 3 of them. Naruto tells the other 2 that he'll let them handle it while he protects Tarzan from everyone else. Then he teleports outside of the ice mirrors. Kakashi and Sasuke are now facing off against Haku. Kakashi begins by using Wind-style Immense Breakthrough, releasing a massive gust of wind inside the mirrors. He then uses 5-style Phoenix Flower Jutsu and combines that with Lightning-style Lightning Hound Jutsu. This made a wild storm inside the mirror, so Haku could not move out unless he wanted to get burned, electrified, blown away, or all 3. Kakashi then sets Water-style Severing Wave, which shoots out a long wave of pressurized water at the mirrors at such a fast and consistent rate that they couldn't regenerate. Kakashi then thinks Ninja Waging Storm, which is all those attacks combined. He then nods to Sasuke to have him deal with Haku. Sasuke then runs up to the mirror that Haku is in and kicks it down, which knocks him out of the mirror. Kakashi then stops his raging storm. Sasuke then uses Phoenix Flower Jutsu with a Sasuke then uses Phoenix Flower Jutsu with a fireball in the middle of those many balls of fire. Haku, who is trying to get up, can barely dodge the small fireballs, but he can't dodge the big one. Hang on for a second. Sorry about that. I was taking a sip of water. Anyway. Sasuke then uses a Demon Wind Shuriken and adds fire to it. It then breaks apart and becomes small pieces of metal that Sasuke had wrapped around Haku's body, cutting his arms off. Then Haku stops trying and says in a monotone voice, "And me. Master Zabuza can't get out of that wood, and my arms have been cut off." He has no use for a broken tool. Kakashi, not hearing this, forms a lightning blade himself that threw Haku's test. And as that happens, Naruto teleports to them and says, "Hey guys, I just finished Gato and his man who came after Zabuza and who came after Zabuza and who came after Zabuza and Haku didn't come back." Oh my gosh, I didn't put white commas. Anyway, now all we gotta do is watch over and protect Kazuma from anyone else that wants to kill him. And then they wait for about a week or two to leave. Then the bridge is finally dead and it gets named the Great Seven Bridge, since most of Team 7 protect Kazuma, mainly then just Naruto. Sakura for useless stuff for doing nothing as always. And then when they get back to the Leaf, they get ready for the tuning exams. End of chapter 3. Oh my goodness. Sorry if it seemed like I was rushing to finish that, because like not even 5 minutes ago I had recorded this exact part, but I accidentally deleted both clips, so I had to do it again. Plus you can probably hear my mom talking to someone on the phone, so I wanted to finish this as quickly as I can before before someone enters my room or before the noise gets louder. Speaking of, sorry about any extra noise in the background or anything weird happening with my mic. I know my voice sounds kind of weird. Despite the fact it's not deep, it sounds kind of raspy. And I did wake up a couple hours ago, and I barely had any water, so that might explain it. But yeah. And sorry for using the same footage as my first video. I realized that it was the same footage as I was recording it, so yeah. And I'm saying so yeah too many times. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the video off and stop rambling. Part 2 of Rogue Puppet Master Naruto should come out today if I'm not lazy, but we never know. And with that, I'll end the video. Hope anyone watching this has a nice day. Noob out.